Governor Whitmer, thank you so much for your time and for being here with us. We know the president was here today celebrating the first 100 days of this second term. He had a lot of interesting things to say. Can you tell us your thoughts?
Well, Terrence, there's a lot there. And, there's a lot of stuff that's happened in the last 100 days that is really scary, really concerning, and downright dangerous. I will say that his first stop today, though, in Michigan was at Selfridge Air National Guard Base. And that's where I joined him because I've been working for years to try to get a new fighter mission at Selfridge. The A-10 is being retired, and we have a compelling case to make, but we were really, until recently having difficulty trying to get the federal government to make the investment. So today's announcement of 21 F-15EXs is a huge deal, and that is cause for celebration and acknowledgement. Selfridge is about $850 million of economic impact in Michigan. 30,000 jobs are related to what's going on at Selfridge. So to have a cutting edge fighter mission announced today is going to have generational positive impact in Michigan and Michigan's economy. And so I'm thrilled about that. I'm watching all the other stuff, feeling, very unhappy about it. But what happened at Selfridge is a win for Michigan. And that's why I worked so hard and across the aisle to get it done.
And that's something you've been very consistent on working across the aisle. Can you tell us why that's something that's so important to you?
When I took my oath of office, I took it very seriously. It meant sustaining threats during a pandemic when I thought I was doing the right thing to keep people safe. It means, getting criticized for showing up at the Oval Office under the Trump administration, but I needed to make the case for Selfridge. And today we saw that all the grief that I get is worth it because we had this huge announcement to recapitalize our fighter mission at Selfridge. So these jobs are hard. I got to work with people that I don't agree with a lot. But at the end of the day, when you can see something like this happen, you see it's all worth it.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people who are very concerned for a lot of reasons with some
Yeah.
of the things this administration is doing. Very tough on immigration policies that's affecting a lot of people here in this state and beyond. And also just some of the things that we're seeing with these tariffs. Can you tell us how you're able to see those things, not agree, but still be able to work across the aisle, like you said?
Well, at every opportunity I get, I talk about what tariffs are meaning for Michigan families, for Michigan businesses, the chaos of the changing policies, the uncertainty that breeds paralysis. I mean, it's been tough, and we know that companies have laid people off or have stopped making investments because they're waiting to see what the next rule is going to be. Part of one of the things that I've brought up with the president pretty regularly as well is the threat of Asian carp getting into Lake Michigan. We have got to get the Army Corps of Engineers to make sure that the Brandon Road lock in Illinois gets done so that we can protect Lake Michigan. And frankly, the ice storm in northern Michigan last month, so many people were hurt, so much damage was wreaked on people, and that's why those have also been a part of the regular cadence that I've been talking with the White House and to the president directly on all of those fronts. So I can check this off my list, but the list is ever growing, and I'm going to continue to, seek to find common ground where I can. But I don't back down from a fight that I have to have either to protect Michiganders.
Talk to us about the wisdom it takes to have that mindset, to be willing to work across the aisle, to get things done, especially at a time when things can be very tense.
It's hard. We're all feeling anxious and angry, and it feels very divided and scary time. And I'll be honest, it is challenging. But we all have jobs where we got to work with people that maybe it wouldn't be our first choice, to put it lightly, and that we got to put our self-interest second to getting the job done. And that's what I am trying to do is I continue to forge to find solutions for Michiganders.
We know Congressman Sri Thanedar has issued a call to push forward with articles of impeachment for the president. Any thoughts on that you'd like to share?
Well, I tell you, I am not a member of Congress. I'm a governor, and governors got to work with everybody to get stuff done. That's what I'm going to stay focused on. Congress, their job is to hold the executive branch accountable. I am grateful that there are so many people willing to run for office and do that work. It's not easy, but my job is to stay focused on solving problems for Michiganders and making life better for people and making sure business can thrive here in Michigan. And that's what I'm going to stay focused on.
Like we said, a lot said from the president today, but one of the biggest moments has to be those fighter jets here coming to Michigan, which is something that you have been hoping to see for a while.
So 21 F-15EXs. This is going to be the most cutting edge plane flying. This is the next phase of the American military. And the fact that we're going to have a big bunch of them right here in Michigan it's a huge deal. Selfridge is, as I said, about $850 million of economic impact in Michigan. We will only be able to grow that, grow our aerospace sector as well as our defense sector. So this is a linchpin to our homeland security, to our might when it comes to advanced manufacturing. And this was a big victory for the state of Michigan today.
Again, Governor Whitmer, we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great to see you again.
You too. Have a good one.